rotation with the mid.
I can see why no temple is clarity here. He's just saying super far back. Meanwhile, Sox is down, FNG down as well. Elsewhere on the map, the Chronosphere gets dropped onto the Bloodseeker, and it is doing nothing. It is doing absolutely nothing. The follow-up damage, non-existent. The damage full stop is non-existent. Nice dodge on the silence there, but is it going to be enough? Don't think.
Saksa has a rolling.
Yeah. Oh, they managed actually to catch him out with the rock there. Saksa gets himself a double. Biggest problem.
Uh-oh, MidOne. What's going on here?
He's erupted, Steven. That's what's going on here. Sox is going to try and come and help him out. There's a TP coming out from No-Tail as well. The mid laner has arrived, and the CM, she's going to be the target right now, and they do get her down. But in comes the Void Spirit as well. The other mid laner is here. Who's tougher? I think it might be LIMMP. Everyone's still trying to fight up into this. Meanwhile, the Jakira, he's been left behind by his team a little bit. He is going to drop. No-Tail still trying to drop a nuke from the sidelines here, but the fireball comes in from Handsken. Meanwhile, in comes Saksa. They're looking for the violence here, but they can't actually connect with anybody, so it looks like, well, S4 just running into their face. This mid one with a brand new Morbid Mask wants to, Mask of Madness wants to try and bring this guy down, and they will get the nuke, but Handsken gets a return kill onto No-Tail. MidOne pops that Mask of Madness, try and bring down Handsken, can't connect with him, and this is going to be a disappointing fight up.
Maybe so far.
Although there's a lot of damage being nuked into the Void Spirit to start off with. He's down to about half HP to start off this fight, and the Magnetizer's coming towards him as well. There comes the Chronosphere. Do they have the damage to finish with the Void Spirit? You bet they do. But Rubik, he's stolen the Chrono from the side. Meanwhile, Nikobaby jumping back in, wants to try and bring down MidOne. MidOne does have the time warp to get rid of the damage from that waveform, but the roll from Saksa does connect. And now Handsken with the Chrono of his own, but he's actually caught his Morphling inside of it. Whoopsie. MidOne's like, hey, this is my Chrono too. Unfortunately, no one is really doing any damage into it. Now the face of Void is getting nuked down by Nikobaby. Nikobaby looking for his next target. It's going to drop that ultimate onto himself, and Nikobaby is unable to really follow up with any damage here. Especially, you know, Morphling just TP'd into this one. They're the damage to bring it down. They do. They have the nukes. Nicely done, OG. Saksa and No-Tail punish, but now the punishment's coming back the other way. You slap my bottom, I'll slap yours. No-Tail maybe in some trouble here. Touches himself off, but unfortunately with that Simlight coming on down, they will bring down No-Tail. Saksa's still waiting though. Him and Sox think we're making something happen here. I don't think they've got the damage though, but let's see. Void Spirit's going to be a target right now. What comes sailing on through? They've got the roll as well, chambering it up very, very nicely, but unfortunately there's just not enough gas in the tank to run this distance. Meanwhile, Seb's coming in from the side here. MidOne joining in with this one as well. Meanwhile, the Magnifier drop from Handsken and a Fate Bolt finish off Saksa. Seb actually just wants to back himself away. Meanwhile, MidOne's in the trees. Doesn't actually have a Chronosphere to make anything happen through this fight, so not really sure this is going to work out for OG here. And actually, they almost connect onto MidOne, but don't quite do so. Meanwhile, Seb pops the ultimate, throwing it down, landing it onto quite a few here. MidOne now trying to unleash onto Handsken, and with No-Tail back here, they might be able to finish the job. The poison's out onto him, but it's just the poison over. They need the right click to finish the job, and MidOne will find it. Brings down the Rubik, and
like Alliance should have spent a lot of this time just pushing top and mid out instead of committing so many heroes into the safe lane. And just play to
immediately reveal. They find S4. Do they have a follow-up though? That's just about connects. That's what they need. However, Sox, oh man, he tries to outrun the Blood Right. Ends up taking a ton of damage, and he gets dropped. Meanwhile, FNG just dropping down that ultimate. The Rue won't cancel it. They can't get with the right click. Saksa has to do it himself. And now FNG is sitting duck in the front lines, and that dart gets quacked. Meanwhile, LIMMP trying to run in the back actually. Thought he was going to try and jump onto No-Tail, but No-Tail pops the ultimate onto himself. Meanwhile, MidOne looks for him, won't find him, and that's going to put an end to this fight. Or is it? Nikobaby's still here. And they're going to drop the Chrono on him with the Spirit Vessel. Maybe it's enough to bring him down. They need just a little bit more to finish off the job here, and they have it. Saksa gets the kill, doing some heavy lifting in this game along with MidOne here, but they are fighting these fights. Morphling dead again. Now they look for more blood. Unfortunately, faces Void being held still. That Eruption doing so much damage with the Blood Right as well. S4 just kind of running around the side of this fight now. Meanwhile, there's damage coming towards the Void Spirit, and boom, in he goes. Gets taken down by No-Tail. Now looking towards the hero as well. Handsken loses his life. It's S4 suddenly alone. Where did my teammates go? They just get popped. This Oracle, it does damage. Playing this game. Hella fun. Handsken, see you later, buddy. And they might be looking at S4 as well here, but the Eruption's down onto Seb. I mean, they can't really make much happen with it. Meanwhile, FNG tries to drop the ultimate here, but gets cancelled out by Sox, and now they go forwards in the Spirit Vessel. I don't think FNG's surviving this one, but meanwhile, S4 is getting pretty quick, and Nikobaby comes in the back to blow up that hero. Meanwhile, LIMMP kills off Seb on the back lines and looks over towards Sox.
And because Alliance have noticed that, at this point, they're starting to split push much more efficiently. Nikobaby does have a Manta to remove the silence if need be.
Yeah, but he wants to save for the Spirit Vessel as well. Here's the thing. Actually connect with the pirate. They go for this. Chrono comes down. Meanwhile, it does actually manage to steal on the Handsken, but do they have enough damage for the Morphling here? It doesn't look like they do, but they've got to change the table to follow it up with as well. And is it going to be enough? Nikobaby trying to run himself away. He needs a little more, and they find it. No-tail with the nukes once again, coming through with the damage. Yeah. You have to commit pretty hard. It's a 5-on-1, probably not. Any other situation, and probably. They've actually seen Nico here, but the initiation is a little bit skewed. They want to jump in straight onto the front lines here. Has got an able, so feeling pretty brave. But necessarily jumping onto the Morphling. Meanwhile, FNG is in a great position here. Obviously, straight in the field. They can't do anything about it. Sox just going to get run down. Meanwhile, MidOne has completely failed to bring down Nikobaby. Looking towards FNG, though. Gets that kill. That's a little easier. Meanwhile, No-Tail has to pop that ultimate onto himself and back himself away. Alliance thinking of doing the same thing as well, though. MidOne running himself in. He's got himself a chrono with 13 seconds. He just might go long enough. Maybe can find something off it, but meanwhile, Spirit actually can be down and faces Void. Does get caught inside that silence. He's running himself forward. He's not stopping either. LIMMP is going to be the target for now. Meanwhile, Handsken, he's got himself the Time Walk, so a pretty tricky hero to bring down as he pops that Magnetize. Doesn't actually connect onto Handsken. Meanwhile, nice perch comes in from No-Tail, kicking back Handsken as well. Meanwhile, MidOne drops a chrono onto Void Spirit, but just straight up dies in it. Oh dear, that's not the play. Meanwhile, Handsken, he goes down. FNG, though, they want to get on top of the Spaces Void right now. He's got no Aegis. Maybe they can kill him off. There's also no ultimate on the side of No-Tail, but they're holding a steady line here, OG. They're not going to let them jump here and run them down that easily, but maybe they should as LIMMP jumps in, penetrates deep here as he said, trying to get himself back, but FNG is dead. Meanwhile, No-Tail, he's struggling, trying to find his way around this fight. They're chasing him down. Sox, though, with a nice ice path, holding 3 of them still. That is actually going to turn things around for them a little bit. Nikobaby losing his health. MidOne, they get the kill. Nikobaby's dead. Another cross towards LIMMP as well. He gets ice path up, being on down in all directions. OG, they've actually turned this fight around on the back of that 3-man ice path from Sox. The guy hasn't been fucking turned down. He's had some awful situations. This rough seems to work really well into Nikobaby, and now the Rupture comes down into MidOne. MidOne just going to get down to the low ground. Wants to keep his distance here. Doesn't really want to bleed out the Rupture, though. Having to use his time work strategically to get himself away, but now the Rupture is gone. They can look for a target. They've got the ice path onto the Morphling once again. Him is stolen and used by the Rubiks. Turn this one around, coming back in their direction. FNG popping that other from the high ground, trying to force them back. Saksa, so low, saved by No-Tail. He's going to throw on the heels. Meanwhile, MidOne turning into the Bloodseeker, now looking over towards Morphling instead. Once again, the ice path onto the Morphling, kicking him back as well. Nikobaby still trying to take down, though. They will bring down MidOne, and this is going to be Alliance now opening up this fight without MidOne. There is not much behind OG, but Seb pops the ultimate, looks in towards the Void Spirit right now. Oracle's coming over as well. He's got the big damage to drop here, and FNG, he's just going to get absolutely nuked. Now they're running themselves back on the side of OG, but in comes another nice ice path from Handsken from the high ground, holding back Seb. But we're talking about holy smokes. This smoke might make oh god, he's going to get absolutely wrecked. Walks straight into 4 heroes and swiftly put into his demise.
That was a really nice play from Alliance there. Reading that someone's going to push his bottom out, making the smoke from their base all the way bottom. And now they're going to control up this triangle area, and they're going to force OG to walk up this hill and fight them here instead. I love this play from Alliance here. This is exactly what they got to do.
Rupture onto Venom meanwhile. He's okay with it though. He's going to sit on the front lines. Having a great time with it, really. He's come down. Meanwhile, that's a deep dive from the Astro, trying to come into the backline to control up FNG. Meanwhile, FNG just pops off the ultimate. Nikobaby looking forward, coming onto Sox now, and he can control this guy and bring him down. Meanwhile, though, S4, he's just dying to the poison, to the fire, to the Spirit Vessel. Meanwhile, in the back, LIMMP is actually jumping on top of No-Tail. Notes a big target, and then comes Nikobaby to finish the job. No-Tail's killed off Seb on the run as well. Has a poison over in about 3 seconds. Probably doesn't want to use it in this situation, though, as they lose LIMMP, actually. Spirit. Dude, Saksa's doing so much work in this game. It's actually ridiculous. And he's not done. They're going for the Morphling here. Really? Like, really? But there's 3 heroes down on the side of Alliance.
Had another item for some time now, actually. Ever since he completed that boss story.
Chrono onto 2. That's a nice one, and now the follow-up damage is coming through for the stolen Chrono, landing it down in the backline. Handsken stopping up the follow-up damage, but they've already lost S4. Meanwhile, S5 comes on across onto 2, actually stolen by Nikobaby. MidOne saved just in time by No-Tail, now dodging out the hill. Nikobaby could be in some real trouble. Can they do the job? Yes, they can. Saksa finds him, Yules out onto the CM to stop the TP away. 3 dead, make it 4 on the side of Alliance. OG come barreling out of Roshan, and they bring down so many heroes along with them. My goodness, I mean, 2 ice paths are not better than 1, because Sox is just doing so much work with his. The Chrono was beautiful from MidOne as well, just to start off with a kill on the Bloodseeker, and they don't even want Roshan. They want their high ground. They want to force some buybacks. OG have smelled blood, and they want to rip this wound further open.
Wow, that Guardian Greaves into that Oracle ulti coming in so clutch onto MidOne there.
Oh my
Keeping him
god.
alive, being able to kill him is just insane.
Just toying with MidOne at this point. The Magic Immunity helping him out from the blast from Nikobaby. Dealing him out the time as well. He's wanting to go back into this one. He's trying to jump onto FNG way too far forward, and he's going to get killed off. 70 seconds on the sideline for him. Now, well, jumping in. Rupture comes down on to Seb this time. Alright, well, he's not too bothered about that, to be honest. And they're ready to jump straight back in once it is gone. They've got the Chrono now. They've got the Poison Nova. OG, they want to put their final mark on this game, and in they go. Chrono comes down, and lastly, look towards the Rubik. He's going to be the main target here. MidOne does not have a BKB, so he's going to have to dodge out these simulators very well to come in. And actually, Saksa coming in to join in here, but he's on the back line. So Nikobaby doing a good job of being grabbed the rest of the team. Or is he? They haven't actually killed them off yet, and now MidOne's on top of him. He's got that Spirit Vessel on him as well. He's very easy to break it. Okay, that's not. He's just dead. The Morphling is out for the count, and they look over towards the Bloodseeker as well. Bloodseeker trying to get himself away. He's pretty damn fast because everyone's so damn low. He gets himself out. They'll look towards LIMMP instead, but MidOne wants to stay with his team. Doesn't want to move too far away and put Notal in a dangerous position where he'd have to save him. And of course, he has that Aegis anyway, so he's not that bothered. He just wants to take down these buildings. Focus on the objectives while the Morphling is dead for another 60 seconds without buyback, nonetheless. And they're just going to keep on plonking away, taking down those buildings. This middle lane of barracks going their way. Now, there is a tier 2 up at bottom, so bottom lane of barracks won't be available just yet. So they jump the sidelines here. That's going to be the target, but meanwhile, in comes the Ice Path onto the Void Spirit, holding him still, but meanwhile, it's been stolen by the Rubik and thrown back down. Meanwhile, LIMMP is going to lose his life regardless, though. Wasn't there in time to save him. LIMMP dead, does have buyback, but he is in death for 60 seconds. This pace, this aggression, this just all-out gameplay from OG right now. They throw it back another one out. S4's in some trouble right now, but they're going to try and back it up as LIMMP jumps into this fight. The roll in from Saksa, going to try and help him out here. S4's going to die again. And then he might be in some trouble as well. He moves himself up, but when he comes down, he's going to be in the Ice Path. He's just brought back into this one, and he's going to die. Also 90 seconds, no LIMMP. They just go back to get in those barracks, but you know what? They might be looking for the win right now. OG, they are so close to actually taking the whole damn game. They haven't lost anything. They haven't lost anything. And the GGs are going to get dropped. Game them 2. It goes to OG. A crazy draft, but the Oracle mid, it actually works out for them. Unbelievable. How? What? Like, how did they play at that pace, Theban?